Good everybody, still here. Daily Market Pulse, Wednesday, May 14th. Okay, so stocks sell off, probably profit taking. Volume was kind of on the light side. Everything holds right at the 8 moving average or above. The NASDAQ was maybe technically below the 8 moving average, but I'm just going to call it sitting on it. Everything else is above and showing reasonable action. So there is the Dow Jones. Now that's right at the polarity. It broke out a couple days back on Monday. It went sideways yesterday and then dropped right back to the 8 moving average, including the breakout area. So that's going to be a test of support, which was resistance of polarity change. Let's see if they hold that level with this evening star formation now formed. S&P will have similar, of course, price action. It broke out sideways back to the 8, back to the polarity of 1885. Let's see if they hold while in this overbought state. And then when you go to the NASDAQ, we already know the NASDAQ's been in a downtrend. We know that much, but it's come back for the last couple of days. Back toward the rising window, not quite there, but we're sitting right on the 8 moving average for now. Support lower at various levels. The window and then the previous lows, including the 200-day moving average, all as support levels potentially on the downside, with a declining 50 and a rising or flattening 20 moving average in proximity. The TSX, on the other hand, has gone sideways. It went up a couple days back, Morningstar, a slight increase yesterday, and then sideways today. Nothing much going on there. Overbought, but still room to the dark cloud cover high from a week ago. Let's move over to the US dollar, Canadian dollar. That is going to look like this. Sideways for the most part across that level. And the 8 moving average for now holding steady. Looking for the possibility of higher numbers into 110. Otherwise, a drop back toward 108 to retest the lows. Euro still holding reasonably well near the pivot area from April. That's about all that's going on there. The Treasuries, on the other hand, did find support and did bounce yesterday and then confirmed that severely and with aggression going into 137 plus, which for some reason you're not seeing it here, but it's definitely there. Well, maybe a green candle will show up. It clearly has gone all the way into 137. Large green candle, very aggressive, looking for the next target at 139, but 137 was the target. It may find resistance there temporarily with support levels at 136 and 135 on the downside, respectively. Let's look at the Japanese yen. It was retracing for a couple days. And, well, once again, for some reason, we don't have the candle. Let's see. So essentially, what has it done? Not much. It's gone sideways for the most part, finishing at 98.17. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a bounce, if anything else, nothing more. So now gold and silver, they both bounced reasonably well, right into the dashed red line above. You can see it there. So looking for a breakout on the upside if you can get through that area, the 20-day moving average as well. Silver, hopefully we'll see the candle here. It had similar price action. There it is with a little bit of an upper shadow into the 50-day moving average. 1975 was the idea to try to close above. It did do so, but barely. So it might be enough to go through the 50 at this point, go higher. We'll have to wait and see. Crude and inventories and dropped lower aggressively following inventories and immediately reversed back up, went sideways, and so it didn't really gain much. It went higher, as you can see, and then faded right into the 102 area, and that was a target we had before. Hit it yesterday, definitely went through it today, but holding at or near the 102 area. Next target 104 and a half. And then small caps, well, with risk on or risk off, small caps will tell you, with a large decline today, with a falling window into the previous rising window and closing through it. This is looking like it's going to go retest 108 to 108.50 on the downside. So clearly risk off at the moment, it appears. And the VIX, however, with being that it's risk off in appearance, the VIX has barely done anything at all. It barely bounced, it barely did. It did gap up on the open, faded, and came right back. Did not really show a lot of signs of fear here whatsoever, especially with the falling window having established on Monday.